So what's good with y'all out there, man? Everybody know I'm the greatest security guard of all time, man. I've done security for Meat Mill, Michael Jackson, Prince, you know what I mean? Ben Roethlisberger, you know what I mean? All type of entertainers and football stars, man. But let me tell you about the incident of this individual, Jess Hilarious, man. I was the one on the plane that had the guys removed. I removed the guys off the plane, you know? I was the officer on duty that particular day. You know what I mean? So let me just explain everything, man. It wasn't the just hilarious person that everybody think it is. I'm really not familiar with the comedian that much. Not really familiar with that person that much, but I was definitely the officer on the site that particular day, and I heard complaints about these four gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? When they came on the plane, I heard this young lady yelling and screaming all type of racial slurs towards them, and she was saying how afraid she was. You know what I'm saying? So they called me up to come remove the guys off the plane. You know, and I went towards the plane, and I seen the guys there, and this young uh, uh, African American lady was yelling and screaming at the guys, and the other passengers on the plane became very afraid. So I asked the young lady, I said, let me see your ID card. And she showed me their ID. You know what I mean? I remember she had this little small ponytail, you know what I mean, wrapped around this little golden thing on her head. And this was the lady that was making the complaints, not this just hilarious guy. Girl, it wasn't her at all. It was this other girl that was screaming and hollering racist slurs, you know what I mean, to the Muslim guys that was on the plane, and Jess Hilarious wasn't the one. So I seen her apologies, and I know it wasn't her. It was this other girl that had this small ponytail with this golden thing wrapped around her head. So I asked for her ID card, and she showed it to me. She was a Baltimore native. Native. She was from Baltimore. The young lady that was screaming these racist things. She had a little ponytail on the back of her head, and I remember her breath really stinking very bad, smelling like little turtles just took dumps on her tongue or something like that. But anyway, I read the card and it said Jessica. I remember I'm looking at the ID card and I remember it saying Jessica Robin Moore. You know what I'm saying? That's what I seen up there. And I remember her birthday was February 13, 1992. You know what I'm saying? So this was the lady that was making the complaints and stuff like that, not this just hilarious person. It was Jessica Robin Moore. This was the lady that was making the complaints and saying she was afraid and getting all the passengers upset. So I went to the guys and removed them off the plane, and I let them know that she was afraid, and she had the other passengers getting afraid and scared. So the just hilarious person wasn't the racist person. It was this Jessica Robin Moore. You know what I mean? That's what it was. She's a Baltimore native. You know what I'm saying? She was born in Baltimore. This was the person that made these complaints now. So I don't know who this just hilarious person is supposed to be, comedian, something like that. But I was the officer on duty that particular day. And I just remember this other lady she was very nasty and screaming and going crazy and saying all these racial slurs. And I always say it's not okay to be doing racist slurs and dissing the Muslim community. I just think that it wasn't okay for that to happen, you know? So when we see all this stuff going on with the apologies, I accept the apology, even though I know it wasn't that individual, it was somebody else. It was this Jessica Robin Moore who was making these complaints. When I removed the individuals, the four guys off the plane, they had the turbans and things of that nature on their head. You know what I'm saying? They were some great and amazing guys. They was understandable, and they was able to take the next flight to go to their direction that they was in. I can't remember exactly where they were going at, but I remember that they was okay from that situation, and they said the lady was very nasty to them. It's Jessica Robin Moore, and she just had a nasty attitude, and she felt very entitled. And I understood the whole situation when they talked to me, and there were some great and amazing brothers. But this young lady on the plane was very nasty, and she had a bad attitude. You know, I didn't understand it. She had this little small ponytail, so I guess that kind of made her upset that her hair never grew. You know, and she had this deformed face that looked like a predator or I don't know, like one of the ugliest things you ever seen in your life, you know what I mean? She had one of them faces that could crack mirrors and glasses. She had a face that would break everything, every dish in the house, you know? So I understood that when you got a face that ugly like that, sometimes you can be very nasty, you know what I mean? But like I said, it wasn't just hilarious, man. So I don't know why she had to apologize because it was this other guy, this other girl named Jessica Riley Moore. This was the individual that was making the complaints, not this just hilarious person. She was just on the plane, I guess. I don't remember her on the plane. I don't even know what she looked like. It's just hilarious person, but I know it was Jessica Robin Moore. I remember what she looked like. She had this gold thing on her head and some little small ponytail. And she was yelling and screaming and being very nasty to the officers, me, including my other guys that was on the plane. If you watch the video very closely, you will see me up there, and I was escorting the guys off, and we talked and had a conversation, and we all got to an agreement that, you know what I'm saying, some people are very racist and nasty, and we understand that. So it was all a great thing, man. But this Jessica Robin Moore was a very nasty individual. You know what I'm saying? Very racist, and I think we need to stop the racism in America and not to make it a game or something to play with. I love all race. I love all communities. I love black, white, Mexican. I love them all. But this Robin Moore, Jessica Robin Moore was very nasty. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it, man. This Jessica Robin Moore, very nasty. Why would she do the things that she did? She had the passengers afraid with all the vulgar things she was saying out of her mouth about these young men that was very great and intelligent. I think they were scientists or something like that. I don't know. But I think they were some great men at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But this Jessica Robin Moore, though. I don't understand this young lady, you know, this African American young lady. I don't understand who raised her like that or why would her parents do something like that. But like I told you, man, I checked her ID, you know what I'm saying, and I was letting her know that we gonna talk to the guys, that the other passengers got afraid, and we escorted them off the plane, and we made sure that they had first class on the next flight, you know. So this Jessica Robin Moore. Jessica Robin Moore was very bad, nasty young lady. She was very nasty, man. She looked about 27, something like that, you know what I'm saying? But when I checked her ID card, man, I just was so appalled by her act and how she was acting. And I just felt like she need to leave that stuff alone because it's just not right for a person to be on that stuff being racist like that, you know what I mean? It's not a good thing. I don't like racist people, you know what I'm saying? And to be of my culture and be doing that to the Muslim community is not right. This Jessica Robin Moore, you know? Jessica Robin Moore. She was the one that was doing this thing. Not Jess Hilarious. I don't even know who Jess Hilarious is, but I know who Jessica Robin Moore was, you know? She had this gold thing on her head, a little ponytail, had this eagle face, you know what I'm saying? Some type of eagle or trend, like one of them, you ever seen one of them dinosaur one of them things off the Power Rangers that was monsters and it would shoot fire out their mouth and burn buildings down. That's what kind of face I seen when I looked at her. But like I said, I didn't understand it, man. She had like a sink face, like the Predator. If she took her mask off, it would scare everybody on the plane, you know? She had one of them type of face, you know what I mean? Only a mother can love and daddy can love. One of them faces when you put the kid in the basement or something like that. You know what I'm saying? One of them horror movies. You know when you watch a horror movie and you had a kid, they had a kid in the basement, you know what I mean? They'd be like a monster or something like that. One of them horror movie type of things, man. Like I say, man, that was crazy to me, man. Very, very crazy, man. This Jessica Robin Moore. You know what I'm saying? She was a very nasty young lady, young girl from Baltimore. And she had the little ponytail, you know what I'm saying, and bad breath and stuff of that nature. And I was an officer, if you watch the video very clearly, that escorted these guys off the plane. But like I said, Jessica Robin Moore needed to get her things together, man. And she had a little deep voice, and you know what I mean, a little deep voice, a little too much testosterone or something like that. But you know, she had a little deep voice, you know what I mean. But I don't know what the issue or the problem was with that situation, you know. But like I said, I was an officer there. Was you there? I was there. Was you there? I was there. So, like I said, I done security for Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, the Clips. You know what I'm saying? I done security for the best of them. And I work on the airplane here and there on my little side job. And I just didn't understand the situation that was going on. You know what I mean? It's very despicable, you know? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's Billionaire Charlie, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button for me, man. And if you want to donate to the channel, man, my cash out information is right there below, man. I love all y'all out there, man. Keep on supporting the channel, man. Keep supporting your boy. I'm going to keep coming back with more and more information and situations like that. I think everybody's already donating and subscribed to the channel, but I'm going to keep coming back and we're going to keep talking, man. Y'all know what I always say, put God first, family, and finances. I love all of y'all out there. Much respect, man. So all y'all families, man, God bless everybody out there. I'm going to touch the word. He did. Love y'all, man. It's your boy. I am Billionaire Charlie. I'm out.